You are listening to the William Gomes Podcast. I am William Gomes, and I am grateful to have you here. Today, I want to talk about something that often goes unseen in the journey of many autistic children. It is the period after burnout, after overwhelm, after a child has reached a point where their nervous system can no longer keep up with the demands placed upon it. It is the long, gentle process of recovery. Recovery from autistic burnout is not quick, and it is not linear. It is slow, delicate, and deeply personal. And for many parents and carers, it can feel frightening simply because it looks so different from what others might expect. When a child enters burnout, their world narrows. Things that were once familiar may suddenly feel impossible. Leaving the house, wearing everyday clothes, walking into noisy spaces, or even having a predictable routine can become too much. Recovery begins not with doing more, but with doing less. It begins with safety, it begins with rest, and it begins with permission for the child to step away from everything that overwhelms them. When a child is recovering from burnout, their nervous system is fragile. They may need more silence, more time alone, and more predictability. They may retreat into the activities that feel calming or deeply absorbing. They may find comfort in familiar objects, sensory experiences, or long periods of stillness. To an outside observer, this may look like withdrawal, but this withdrawal is not avoidance. It is healing. It is the child reclaiming the sense of safety that was lost. Recovery also requires a shift in how adults respond. Many parents instinctively want to help their child return to normal. They want to bring back routines, activities, and expectations that once felt manageable. But in autistic burnout, stepping back into the old patterns too quickly can cause more harm. The child's system needs time to rebuild, and their pace may be much slower than the world around them expects. The most supportive approach is patience, not pushing, not trying to hurry the process, simply meeting the child where they are without pressure or judgment. As recovery begins, something interesting often happens. Children who have spent months or years masking may start to unmask. Behaviors they once hid may become more visible. A child who was always quiet may begin to express discomfort. A child who never cried at school may cry easily at home. A child who always followed rules may suddenly say no more often. This is not regression, it is honesty. It is the child finally feeling safe enough to show their true needs. Unmasking is messy because authenticity is messy. When a child has spent so long suppressing their reactions, releasing them can feel like a flood. Emotions that were held inside begin to surface. Preferences become clearer. Boundaries become stronger. The child is not falling apart. They are rebuilding. They are relearning who they are when they are not surviving. And that process takes courage. As the child continues to recover, they may begin to show interest in the world again, but often in quiet or tentative ways. They may revisit old interests, discovering whether those interests still bring joy. They may explore new topics that feel safe, comforting, or emotionally rich. They may spend long periods deepening a passion that helps regulate their mind. These are signs of healing. Autistic brains thrive when they can follow genuine curiosity. When a child begins to lean into their interests again, it means their nervous system is slowly finding its balance. There is also another layer to this recovery. For many children, the experience of burnout leaves emotional scars. They may fear going back into environments that once overwhelmed them. They may doubt their ability to cope. They may feel ashamed for having reached a breaking point. Part of recovery is helping the child understand that nothing about burnout is their fault. Burnout does not mean they are weak. It means the world asked too much. It means their needs were not met. It means their system did the only thing it could to protect them. Gentle reassurance, consistent safety, and trusted relationships become the anchors in this stage of recovery. Children heal when they feel believed, listened to, and protected from the pressures that once pushed them beyond their limits. They heal when adults stop asking, "Why can't you do this?" and start asking, "What do you need to feel safe?" This shift in perspective changes everything. Some children recover slowly and gradually re-enter parts of the world that once overwhelmed them. Others may need long-term changes to their environment to remain stable. There is no one route forward and no recovery timeline to measure progress against. What matters most is that the child is allowed to move at their own pace without being pushed back into situations that caused harm. Recovery is not a return to the past. It is the beginning of something new. The child who emerges from burnout is often more self-aware, more attuned to their needs, and more honest about what they can manage. They are growing into themselves, not falling behind. And for families, this period, though difficult, can bring its own kind of beauty. It creates space for deeper understanding. It gives families permission to slow down. It encourages adults to listen more softly and respond more compassionately. And it reminds us all that healing happens not through pressure but through connection. Burnout is not the end of a child's story. It is a call for change, a call to rethink expectations, a call to recognize how sensitive, perceptive, and brave these children are, and a call to create environments where they can exist without fear of being overwhelmed. When we honor the recovery process, we are not just helping a child heal, we are helping them rediscover the joy, curiosity, and spark that were hidden beneath the weight of overwhelm. We are helping them rebuild their trust, and we are showing them that their well-being matters more than any demand the world tries to place on them. Thank you for listening. This is the William Gomes Podcast. Take care of yourself, stay curious, and I will speak with you again soon.